What's going on, guys? Player Junior back with another video, and as you did see, we have a sponsor renewal, or just a new sponsor that we need to sort out, whether we wanted to renew our contract or look at a newer contract. And as you do see, we're looking through the sponsors as we do speak. But welcome back to an F1 2020 video on my channel. It is another day, another video. As you did see, I did change the colours once more to a blue and orange, but I'm not sure about it because I kind of look like the Frosty Flake Tiger, if you know what I mean by that. And yeah, that is what I do look like, so I will probably change it before the next episode. But yeah, as you do see me going through the sponsors here, deciding on what sponsor I actually really do want to go for here, because, you know, this is a tough decision, because you want to make sure you're hitting all your markers with the sponsor, otherwise it's pointless having that sort of sponsor, should we say. So it's best to look at what is achievable for the team and what we are doing at the moment. And I do believe we are going for the AF one, which is qualify in P10 in or better in a race weekend, which is very easy because I'm doing that with a lot of ease at the moment. So for me, it was just very, very true to pick that one. As you do see me changing and putting the new sponsor onto the car, or should I say the Frosted Flake car, as I like to call it, because that is what it does look like. But I do like this logo a lot. The AF logo looks insane, especially being a football fan. The AF logo does look like a football logo, so I guess I like it because of that. But yeah, it does look very good on the Frosted Flake car. And yeah, but this weekend it is Azerbaijan, so it is going to be an interesting weekend. As I said, this track is going to be one of my tougher tracks, but to be honest, when you see this race and the qualifying, I don't know what I was worried about. But you'll be getting into that very shortly, as we do stick a few activities in just to fill up the time and to get a bit of team progress as we do go through here. And yes, guys, in a minute you will see my qualifying pace and see how I did at Azerbaijan, and did I do as bad as I thought I was going to do. Let's get into the qualifying pace. So, getting into the actual qualifying pace here, I genuinely thought going into this that I was not going to be able to drive this track at all, but I surprised myself. It wasn't the track I thought it was, or, well, no, actually, to tell a lie, it was the track I thought it was, but it wasn't how I remembered it, and I did a lot better on it than I thought. So I guess that's kind of GG's really. But yeah, getting into the qualifying pace, we actually did pretty good here. You know, we shot ourselves down in Monaco, and obviously got P2 in Monaco, and I was talking about how rough you know, this track's going to be for me. But in the end, I actually smashed this track. Like, not to blow on my own horn, but I actually smashed this track in the qualifying pace. It was a very nice track, not as bad as I remember it. I know that it has that really tricky castle bit, which I hate, and this little bit here. But yeah, once you get past those bits, I'm fine. On the straights and that, the car seems to perform amazingly, and you know, no problems really, to be honest. And yeah, Azerbaijan was actually a really nice to me, I guess, in a way, as we do come around that corner there. But yeah, obviously you have the castle section, which is quite narrow and tricky, and obviously yeah, that is the part that I do probably hate the most on this track. But at the same time, can't complain. I seem to drive pretty well through the track, considering how bad I thought I was going to drive. I did pretty good in the qualifying pace. The car felt nice, it felt quick, which it hasn't done for the past couple of races, so it was very good for the car to finally have a bit of speed about it, rather than anything else, to be honest. And yeah, it just felt absolutely amazing. So going into the actual qualification itself, I was feeling quietly confident. I didn't want to come out and be like, yeah, I'm going to smash this, because you know how qualifying pace can be good, and then the actual qualification itself can be very poo. But yeah, qualifying pace, there was no worries at all. The car felt amazing throughout the track, and yeah, the track just felt amazing for the car. So yeah, as we come up to the finish line here, let's get into the qualification itself, and let's see what position we will start on the qualification. So, getting into Azerbaijan qualification itself, I was going into this quite confidently, like I was saying in the last qualifying place. I was going into this quite confidently that I could secure that P1 as long as I did an amazing qualification. There was no doubt in my mind that we was going to get the P1, the first position start on the race day. You know, like I said, this track, honestly, is a track that I undermined. I said that I was going to struggle on this track, but honestly, I didn't. I smashed it. I absolutely smashed this track, and I actually really like the track now that I've actually had a good chance to run it. It's actually quite one of the more funner maps, in my opinion, you know. It's got a lot of technical bits, but it also has that speed element as well, which is something I love about F1, is obviously the speed. A lot of people like the technicality of it, but for me it is about the speed and how fast car does go. But yeah, as you can see, Mercedes was just behind us, but we were still quite far ahead towards that Mercedes, our biggest rival. And yeah, it just felt like the car, the Mercedes, just didn't perform on the qualifying, and we did. So there was nothing really for us to worry about or fear about, to be honest, because we were just so confident on this track. Considering I went into this with no confidence, we was just extremely confident on this track, and there was really nothing to worry about going into it. I think I felt like in the end I was just massively overthinking the track itself. So yeah, it teaches me a lesson to show that actually you don't need to worry about a track, because you've got to see how you actually drive it first before you do make your judgment. So yeah, Azerbaijan, very nice track. As you can see me just absolutely blistering the time board. Obviously Mercedes nowhere near me on the track. The only part where the Mercedes even got close to me is on these straights. But Mercedes have always been better than me on a downward speed, should we say, as we do cross the line there, and we do get a P1, as you see. So we are starting the race in the first position, which was a good turn up for the books for me, and yeah, I can't complain. We did amazingly, and yeah, I was massively excited for the race. So yeah, I started with Lewis Hamilton second, Valtteri Bottas in third, and yes. So ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the Azerbaijan race itself. Actually, just quickly, as you see our rivalry breakdown, we did get both better than Valtteri Bottas. But yes, as I was saying, let's get into the Azerbaijan race itself.
A warm welcome to all of you watching at home to today's Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and a race that in its short history has already proven no stranger to drama. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Bird lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Vettel, Charles Leclerc and Verstappen, Perez, Stroll, Albon and Kimi Raikkonen, Ocon, Giovinazzi, Pierre Gasly and Ricciardo, Sainz, Magnussen, Daniel Kvyat and Lando Norris, Grosjean, Russell, Latifi and Luca Giotto. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
So, getting into the race here as we lead up to the 5 red lights, and that is 5 red lights, and away we go as we do look behind us to see how the other cars started, but we have started absolutely amazingly straight out of the blocks here, as we do go quite wide on that right turn there. But yeah, so we are now on the Azerbaijan. Welcome into F1 2020 career mode with me, and yeah, we're in the Azerbaijan race, and as you see, we did start P1 and we are pulling away already from the pack. Like I said, this track seems to absolutely favour me more than any of the other tracks so far in this season. We do cut it close there on that left wheel. we could have absolutely had a major collision there with the left side as we do come in with a bit of late braking, but nothing to worry about as we do come through the Azerbaijan streets here, leading into this tight left and then into the tight right, coming onto the straight with the two big buildings in front of us there as yeah, we come round to this right-hander here, leading into the tight street, the tight sort of street section, leading up to the castle section as we do come around here, leading all the way through. And yeah, like I said, this track felt absolutely phenomenal for the biblical racing car. I don't know why, but the car just seemed to perform outrageously well on this track. And yeah, of all the tracks we've had so far, obviously I loved Zandvoort's track, as we do smack the front right tyre there. I do love Zandvoort, but this track just felt very, very nice for me as well. This had to be up there. Not better than Zandvoort, because I absolutely love Zandvoort, but this track had to be up there with one of my favourite tracks. It is so clean, and yeah, I just like the mixture of technicality and speed that this course does show. But yeah, like I said, on these straights we do seem to have lost the power, so there's something we need to look into there when we're doing our upgrades, as you do see the Mercedes closing in on the straights. But like we've always known in this series, the Mercedes has always been a better car on the straights than the biblical racing car, just because it's got an absolutely insane engine. But to be fair, the little Renault engine that we do have has been absolutely ridiculous from day one as we do come through here, and I can't fault the engine, honestly. The engine has been absolutely outrageously good for us, and you know, there's nothing really bad about the engine, to be honest. If anyone wanted to get into the F1 game, I'd definitely recommend picking the Renault engine. Yeah, it's a little bit more expensive than the Honda engine, but my god, does it perform well. And yeah, it is so good, and I cannot complain at all about the engine. But yeah, so we are doing a obviously two-stop strategy, well, a one-stop strategy, sorry. So we start on the softs, then we go on to the mediums and finish the race, as this is quite a shorter race or less laps than any of the other tracks. So we hit the right side once more there. We're very lucky that we don't have the damage on, because if we do, our tyre would be popped. Not once, but twice by now. But yeah, like I said, this track is a bigger track, so it has less laps, which, you know, I can't complain about. But yeah, we are in the P1, and the only cars that are anywhere near us would slam into the right side there. The only cars that are closer to us is the Mercedes, as we absolutely crack our right side there. To be fair, this is something that I'm not looking forward to next season when I put on realistic damage, because I am going to be absolutely caked. I am not going to be doing as good as I have been doing this season, because I do not have that safety of the bumpers. I'm going to have to actually drive a lot more careful and actually look at the braking itself, because we do pull away here from the two Mercedes of Hamilton and Bottas, and we do set a fastest lap once more then as we come round to this left side. Leading in, we're on the third lap now, and that means there is 10 laps to go. There is only 13 laps in this race, and yeah, so like I said, the only cars that are anywhere near us are the Silveros of the Mercedes, but I don't think they're going to be able to catch me. This track was made for this type of car, and to be honest, I cannot complain. We absolutely did so well on this track, and yeah, like I said, I just can't complain. The car performed how I wanted it to perform, and exactly how it needed to perform, to be honest, as well. And yeah, just absolutely amazing. But yeah, like I said, the thing I do need to look into is how quick the car is on the straights, because it does seem to lose a lot of time on the straights compared to any other car. I'm not saying that obviously all the other cars are better at straights, but guess what, I kind of am saying that all the other cars are better at straights. We do come under the tricky castle section here, leading through. But yeah, like I said, the Mercedes are just behind us. I do need to have a chat with you guys whilst this is playing on. Do you guys think I should edit it so that you don't see every lap and have me commentating the whole race, or do you guys like the fact that I commentate and I have, you know, and I do every lap, and like, is this something that you guys like, or would you prefer me to edit it down so that you only see the important parts of the race and only the important parts of each lap? Because I need you guys to opinion, because I can't like make up my mind. I've been thinking about it for a while, and yeah, I do enjoy doing all this commentary for you guys. I want to do this commentary, but I don't want to bore you guys with everything and every aspect of the race. I just, as a viewer, so rather than a content creator, as a viewer, I like watching the whole race. I like seeing it lap by lap. Obviously, I could fully understand if I was doing full laps, you know, they're like very long laps, then I can understand why I need to edit it. But it's only 13 laps, you know, so, and this is like one of the less longer tracks, less laps. So, you know, maximum say 17, 18 laps. And so I honestly like doing the commentary, but I want to get you guys' opinion. I want to get you guys involved. But yeah, I did go for the blue and orange in this race, but I did regret massively when I was racing around, because I do look like Tony the Bloody Tiger, you know, the Frosties one. And yeah, I just regretted it, and I also look like a McLaren. Which is kind of funny, really. But yeah, we kind of copied the McLaren colours, I guess. So if it's lucky that this game doesn't have realism, because McLaren would be on my arse trying to sue me for copying their colours. As we do come around, but also I do look like the stripes on the front look like the Dukes of Hazzard stripes. So yeah, I guess it's a win-win sort of. But yeah, we'll be changing the colours by next episode, because I can't be driving around in the McLaren colours and also looking like Tony the Tiger, the Frosties guy. But yeah, this race was an interesting race to do, but also a very boring race because of how easy it was for me and my car to just be pulling away from the party. I don't know what happened to any of the other cars in this race, but we just seemed to absolutely be storming away, and just no problems at all, really, to be honest, as we're coming up to the start line once more here. But yeah, I couldn't really understand what was going on here with the other cars, because we were just so good. And as you do see, my pit window will be opening this lap, so I'll be going in on the mediums this lap. But yeah, we were just so far ahead of any other car. It was just crazy how good the car performed on this track and how quick it was. Like I said, on the straights it does lose speed, but we were so far ahead that we didn't have to worry about losing speed on the straights or all of this stuff, because the car just performed absolutely phenomenally. And you know, you can't ask more from the car than what it's actually giving me, I guess. So yeah, to be honest, it was just absolutely amazing. Also, another question, if you guys think I should maybe add like a face cam to these videos whilst I'm commentating, then also do let me know, because I wouldn't mind doing that if that's what you guys would want. But yeah, leading through now to the tricky castle section. Sorry, I couldn't yawn. And we come out to the left here, and leading through, like I said, the only closest cars are the Mercedes, but they've also got the, looks like the Ferrari of Leclerc is amongst those Mercedes now, as we're storming it through the town, and cannot be seen anywhere as we come round here. And yeah, just this track is amazing for this car, and yeah, I just generally cannot argue any more points than what I am. And yeah, we just did so good. And like I said, no cars were able to touch me, and I just knew that if I got a good pit strategy here, then we would definitely be on for the winner here, as we do come in now. We're coming up to the pit lane. As you see, the little blue line across the floor. We do need a brake quite hard coming through, and yeah, we have made it in the speed distance. Looking behind us to see if any cars come up. As you do see, I get overtaken by Bottas and Leclerc. But Hamilton was also coming into pit, which is very interesting. So I wasn't the only team coming into pit, and yeah, also it looks like there's a Ferraris coming to pit as well, as we do come out here in front of Lance Stroll. So we were all the cars ahead of us as we slam into the front of the car there, and we need a track reset. Yeah, I completely lost focus when filming that there. I basically completely just had my foot on the acceleration, and yeah, I didn't brake at all. So we do smash ourselves into that wall, but luckily for us we do get the track reset. So like I was saying, with Albon, Leclerc and Bottas all ahead of us, they all still need to pit, so this is perfect strategy for us really, because as you can see, Lewis Hamilton is nowhere to be seen behind us, so he must be further down the pack leading in. So we didn't have to worry about any of this stuff. But yeah, like I said in my last episode, if you guys want to see, you know, extremely good F1 driving, then you're at the wrong place, because I'm not a great F1 driver, game driver, but I just enjoy playing the game. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit like playing a different sporting game, such as FIFA or NBA. You know, you don't have to be the best at it to enjoy the game, and that is purely on my basis is that you don't. No, you don't have to be the best at it to enjoy the game, and that is correct, because I don't have to be the best at F1 to enjoy the game, but I love the game and I love the sport of F1 in real life as well. So that is why I create these videos, and yeah, obviously I do want to get better at the game, but what's the only way you get better is by playing the actual game itself. So yeah, as we do come around to start here, and for us this was great because we come around to the pit lane for everyone else, and I would now hopefully be able to regain my P1 with everyone else being in the pit. As you do see me flying through here past absolutely everyone in the pit, and as you do see, I do regain my P1 once more. So any of those cars look, see, all the cars are still in the pit. There's nobody overtaking them. As you do see Ocon slowly moving up the board here with Danny Rick as well. As you see, my teammate is in the pits as we do come through now. Following it through, the closest person behind me is Ocon, which is very surprised to see Ocon up there. His nose must be bleeding very heavily to be so high up in that Renault car. But like I said, the Renault engine is amazing, so it has been absolutely tearing it up for me. So wouldn't be surprised to see Ocon and Ricardo tearing it up also, as they are in the actual Renault car. As you see, Valtteri Bottas is down in fourth, and I'm sure he will probably gain a few positions, you know, leading to the end of the race. I can't see him staying in fourth, and if he does, that is a big blow for Valtteri there, as he is my closest rival. And yeah, if he, you know, obviously I've got that rivalry in him at the moment, but I've been absolutely pelting him, and he's only ever had me on one race, and that was the Spanish GP. I did absolutely awful in that track, and that track just wasn't fit for my car at all, if I'm honest, and I just don't like the track in general, to be honest. So yeah, but come around to the left here, following it through, and yeah, I couldn't believe the time difference between people, you know, like how far Ocon was actually behind us. So it was kind of crazy stuff as I do check over the race here, because I couldn't believe how long and far behind people was behind us, coming onto the straight here, leading up to the start line. As you see, Sergio Perez is out of the race, so let's see what happens to Sergio Perez here as he comes down the track here. He just seems to just lose power on the corner. Sergio Perez in the racing point is out of the race, and that is the end of Sergio Perez. So let's get back into my race as we come around to the left side here. And yeah, Sergio Perez out of the race. That's a big blow for Racing Point, as in real life their car is absolutely insane at the moment. But obviously that hasn't been added to the game. And like I did say, look, Valtteri climbing the leaderboard. He's now up into the third position. I knew it wouldn't be long before Danny Rick did get taken over, and Bottas does, but Ocon is still holding in. So this will be a very big turn up for the books if if Ocon manages to hold the P2, which I'll be very, very surprised about, to be honest. You know, I think that he will probably fall down the leaderboard at some point. I can't see, you know, Bottas letting him keep that P2. I feel like Bottas will overtake Ocon. Ocon will then get overtaken by Leclerc, and he will just slowly simmer down the board into the normal position that I guess the Renault engine is used to. So yeah, but yeah, talking about next season, because obviously we've still got quite some time leading into the next season. But I just want to talk about a few changes that I'm going to make to the series, and that is that I'm going to be adding higher damage to the car, so hopefully we'll see a bit more, rather than just power engine failures. You'll see some proper crashes out and some proper, you know, collisions. So I'm going to add the damage up, and also going to up the AI's difficulty as well, because I feel like at this moment in time, you know, as you can see in this race, I'm just absolutely trouncing on all of the AI, so I do need to upgrade the AI's difficulty just a tad, because I don't want it to be so easy every race. I want that challenge in the race. I don't want to just be absolutely blitzing P1 every race. So they're like a few changes that I'm going to make to the season when I do get the opportunity to. As you do see a lot of these bigger YouTubers, such as Aravar, he's season 2 already well in. So obviously I want to be able to pump out more and more episodes of this for you guys. I'm trying to do it on a every Wednesday basis, so it's a different race every Wednesday. I know that I'm a little bit behind, but yeah, I'm trying to do it so it comes out every Wednesday, so that you guys know I upload every Wednesday my F1 2020 race season thing. So yeah, I'm going to try and be as consistent with that as possible, you know, every Wednesday. But I am also looking to maybe do different games if you guys want to see different games. Obviously you've got a big game at the moment, which is Fall Guys, and I don't know if you guys want to see some Fall Guys content, but obviously you know that my main focus is on this game at the moment because I'm enjoying playing this game. And it's kind of funny because it's like, it's not so much the recording of the gameplay that I need to like edit and break down, it's just the actual audio recording itself. So obviously I know I'd save a lot of time if I just recorded everything together, you know, the race, the audio, but I like doing the commentary over the top of the race because when I'm actually racing, I have full concentration on the race. I don't actually talk, so I feel like me trying to race and talk is just not going to work. I feel like, you know, I'm going to be moments where it's just going to get like super intense and I'm just not going to be talking. So that's why I like to do the commentary over the top of the race already, so now I can really go in depth for you guys and have full concentration of what I'm talking about, rather than being like, yeah, going into this corner, and then going silent for a little while and then talking again, because obviously I'm trying to concentrate on the race. So, and like I said, as usual, the AI difficulty is up a little. I need to up the AI's difficulty because obviously it is a bit easy at the moment. So yeah, going into the next season there will be a few changes, and hopefully you'll probably see a few more crashes, maybe a bit more wing damage, which will then force me into maybe having to pit a bit earlier than usual, because that is one of the luxuries without having realistic damage on, is that you don't have those, you don't have like the wing damage or whatever. You can just go all race on one stop and that'll be fine. So I'm interested to see what the major change is, you know, going into next season when I do put the realistic damage on. How am I going to adjust to the realistic damage? Am I going to be okay? But I guess when I was playing F1 2019, I didn't do a YouTube series on it, but when I did play F1 2019, I did have realistic damage on quite often. So yeah, in my, obviously back then you didn't have my team, you just had the career mode where you're your own driver and then you join a team, and yeah, that was like something that was in that game and not in this game, which you can do in this game. You can do just be the driver and join a team. So if you guys want to maybe see me do a series of just, rather than my team, do a driver series where I just join a team that's already made, and yeah, go from there. It's up to you guys if you would prefer, if you'd like me to start that series up. Obviously I've still got this one, so I'll just have to run alongside two of them, or I could do the driver series on Twitch if you guys would like to see me maybe do it as a live stream sort of thing, that when I live stream I just do my driver, not this, not my driver, but driver series is in joining a team over on Twitch, if that's something that you guys think, oh yeah, that would be like quite cool to see. Because obviously I don't mind streaming, but can't be as, you know, as consistent as I can on YouTube, because obviously job. I finish at 8 at night, and by the time I get home I'm absolutely cracking, so I'm not really moved to stream, or I haven't really got the energy to do the old streaming business. But yeah, obviously I wish I could give more, but at this moment in time, this is all I can do at the moment, is with the YouTube. But if you guys would like to maybe see me do a bit of streaming and maybe do a driver series where I do drive for a team series, then yeah, I would definitely be up for that if that's what you guys would want to see. But it wouldn't be as consistent as my series every Wednesday. So yeah, obviously it's kind of just like touch and go really. But I could realistically pump out 2 of these series, but it's just the commentary over the top that takes a little bit longer than anything else. So yeah, as you can see, we are on lap 11. We do have 2 laps remaining, and no cars are in space with us. And Ocon did get overtaken massively. As you can see, the board has changed, with Bottas being in second, Leclerc in third, Hamilton in fourth, and Albon in fifth, and us obviously in the pole position with no one nearby, nothing to us to even like worry about. We could get given a 5-second time penalty right now, we'd still be P1 because of how much and how big the time gap is between us. And yeah, we do set another fastest lap there. We're now on lap 12. And yeah, looking at the full race update to see how and what is going on back there. But yeah, honestly, we was as far ahead as we did think we was. I didn't think we was going to be as far ahead, but we actually was very, very far ahead. And no cars could even challenge us in this race. We just seemed so good. The pit strategy worked perfectly, and just everything worked down to a T. A lot better than I anticipated, and a lot better than what I think anybody anticipated, to be honest, because I was talking about in Monaco, I was talking about Azerbaijan being like the second most hated track for me, but as you can see, I've been blitzing this whole track like all race, like nobody's been close to me. So to be honest, I can't really understand what I was worried about, but I guess it's just a typical Jake move really. I always do worry about these things, and there's no need to worry, to be honest. It's just what it is, isn't it, really? We've been absolutely just cracking it. And yeah, my rival driver in Bottas is in P2, but that's still nothing for me to worry about. And yeah, we've just been so good and consistent in this race. It has just been absolutely outrageous from us as we do come around to the left here, leading through to the final speedy corner. But yeah, this is a definite win for me. I know for sure, because we're just so far ahead, and as you can see, as we're driving along here, everyone else is coming alongside us there, and we're already onto the straight. It just felt like the car had just gone into hyperdrive on this track. I don't know why, it just seems to turn up the most. And now we are on to the final lap, and we do set another fastest time as we come massively right there. But yeah, this is the last lap, and we did set another fastest time. It is just insane how good we did and how good the car did on this track. Like I said, I wasn't expecting anything like this, and yeah, we just did what we needed to do. And yeah, as you see the red flashing petrol sign to tell us that obviously we are almost out of fuel, but for me it was just like nothing to worry about, to be honest, because we were just so consistently good. Yeah, we just did not even need to worry as we do come around this corner here. And as you can see, all the other cars flying past me on the other side. So we're so far ahead that all the other cars are there, and we're just coming around to this right side here. We're not going to catch up with them to basically set off a blue flag, because we are far ahead, but they are still so far ahead as well. So we never was going to be able to catch them to be able to set off a blue flag like we did on Zandvoort, but obviously Zandvoort is basically a very small map, or a very small track, so no wonder we sort of catched up with everybody on Zandvoort, because that map or track is absolutely insane. But yeah, overall we smashed this race, and there was nothing to really worry about. Like I said, we had a great pit strategy, great everything really. I can't really complain about anything. The car just felt absolutely amazing. My only worry is, why isn't Ghietto performing good in this car? Because it's not the car, because I'm showing you guys how good this car is. Honestly, I'm winning my races quite comfortably in this car, so why isn't Ghietto performing better? But when we do, but we'll check a flag and across the line, and ladies and gentlemen, that is it at Azerbaijan. We do come first, and yeah, it's another one to add to the trophy cabinet for us. The driver of the day was Danny Rick himself, And yeah, GG's to the Renault driver, getting driver of the day, but the team was just, as you can see, happy as always. You know, I can't see why they wouldn't be happy as we do climb the car there. I love this helmet. It is so, like, I don't know, like odd looking with all the different colours, but I definitely like it a lot, as you do see the little bit of purple on the shirts there, so we have a bit of a blue, purple and orange theme going on. As you see, Alex Albon in 6th celebrating. I'm not too sure why he's celebrating being in 6th, but he's happy being in 6th. So yeah, as we do now, as it see a loading screen, but I do believe after this. So, after this loading screen, we do have the podium. As you can see me coming out here, jumping, fist pumping, with Valtteri Bottas in 2nd and Charles Leclerc in 3rd, respectively. Yeah, we just absolutely smashed this race. We had genuinely, like, no worries at all, to be honest. We just did so good, and yeah, we deserved this victory. And like I said, leading into the 2nd season, it's going to be interesting to see how we fare up when we actually take damage for certain things and have to have more pit stops than what we usually would. But yeah, as you do see the podium pass here, leveling up, always leveling up whilst playing the game, cannot complain. And yeah, we're now currently tier 15, and yeah, going through, or should I say leading through here, and as we're advanced through in 2nd, as we do see, obviously me P1 scrolling down now to see where our Ghietto is in P19, which is respectable for him, but he would be P20 if Sergio Perez didn't crash out. As you see, that's at the top of the driver's standings. I do believe we're probably definitely going to win the drivers' championship, but the constructors is definitely Mercedes this season, so it's something that we could look into next season to try and get. But yes, we do now have a tricky interview with the lady herself, and let's see what she has to say in this interview, if she has anything good to say.
The fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy. How are you feeling after that win? You're breaking all expectations. What's your secret? Things looked close between you and your rival for a bit, but you came out on top, didn't you? Things are looking up after last week, aren't they? Great. Well, that's everything.
So guys, as we just finished up our interview there, we did get an achievement called Here Comes the Money. It does just remind me of Shane McMahon. Here comes the money, 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 money. But yeah, if you guys know that reference, then yeah, as you do see, rivalry breakdown, we do beat Valtteri in the rivalry competition, so that is a massive boost for us, as we do go up to level 8 on the acclaim, and we do get a massive income there, you know, from both of our sponsors there. Obviously we did get a deduction in damage to the car. Obviously that's another thing we're going to think about when we do put on the damage. But yes guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please smash the like button. If you're new around here, hit the sub button. And yeah, I've been Player Junior. Thanks for watching my F1 2020 series, and I'll see you dudes and dudettes in the next video. Peace guys. Woo!